Hey guys, what is going on? It is me, PecuriBox12 here, and welcome to a quick little thoughts video on the new update that Deca just gave us yesterday. A few months ago, I did a video talking about the new Hive Dungeon, Toxic Sewers, and Puppet Master's Encore. Figured I would do a nice little follow-up to that, an off-the-script video, giving you my impressions, or my first impressions on the new content, because it's pretty cool this time around. I'm very impressed with what Deca's been doing. I know they sometimes get flack for just doing mystery boxes and reskins all the time, but hey, this is 4 new dungeons in like half a year, so that's good for me. And now there are 2 new event guides going around, the Easter egg buff bunny thing, supposed to take you on like an Easter egg hunt, which is pretty cool. And then the 2 garnet statues that drop the new dungeon, the Mountain Temple. I was very eager to try my hand at it, and unfortunately I've only been able to do 1 so far, but from what I've played and what I've seen, this is a beautiful dungeon. I love the aesthetics. It's clearly going for that Japanese garden, dojo vibe. There's a pond and a waterfall. They really nailed the atmosphere that they were trying to make. There was a Japanese garden level in a Ninja Turtles game I used to play when I was a kid, and it reminded me a lot of that. I'm wondering if they'll add any koi fish to swim around in the water. Aside from that, I heard people saying that this was supposed to be endgame material, like shatters, and I'm not sure if that was a mistake because no, this is not what I would consider to be endgame tier. The enemies do a lot of damage, they hit very hard and have some pretty devastating debuffs, but they don't come in huge numbers. It's usually a one-on-one fight, which kind of coincides with the honorable one-on-one fair fight Japanese Bushido lore. You could even see some enemies hiding in the trees, and it kind of looks out of place, almost like they aren't supposed to be there because they can't move. And I can definitely see that, but I do feel like that was intentional because they're, hiding in the shadows. They want to be stealthy. It had also crossed my mind that maybe this could be paving way for a possible samurai class or a new katana class, because there's only 1 class that uses a katana. And so now that they have released a dungeon that also drops a ninja star and is samurai ninja themed, only seems appropriate. But we'll see, who knows. Some areas of the map also felt a little too out of place to be just a normal room, like the possibility of a treasure room, like where the tiles change from light brown or rocky and grass to completely brown block tile. And again, that could just be a simple change in aesthetics to make it feel more like a dojo, like you're going inside, but I feel like there's going to be a treasure room somewhere down the road. Now the boss, Daichi the Fallen, was surprisingly tame, I guess. He's definitely nothing to be taken lightly, but again, I kind of went into this dungeon thinking it would be endgame material and was a little underwhelmed, but that's not really a bad thing in this case. He's a very fair boss is what I noticed, and I like that. Reminds me of the Puppet Master in the Encore. He also has what looked to be 4 flame pillars in the corners of the room, which gave me Draconis vibes, but the fight itself was pretty self-explanatory. It reminded me a lot of Oryx. He's got the spiral phase and then 2 giant tears that he throws at you. They don't hit for nearly as much, but they still do 280, which is crazy. And they're really fast, so if you're in a large group of people where the game is kind of lagging, it can be a little terrifying. Also, the new status effect, Petrify, was added. It's like your character has become paused for 10 seconds. You're completely immobilized, you can't attack, but nothing can attack you either. It's like you become a spectator momentarily. Very interesting effect, I gotta commend him for that. I'm not entirely sure on what the potion drops are going to be. I heard someone saying that they got a death, and if that's the case, maybe this will become the new primary source of defense other than sewers. But then again, they might treat it like the Puppet Master's Encore, where it can drop attack, wisdom, multiple different pots. And considering it's not really a beginner's dungeon, it wouldn't be very wise to make it the primary source of death anyway. One thing that I noticed though was after you defeat Daichi, he gets taken away by this Zil hand, or Zile, and is like pulled into another dimension. It just freaking snatches him and tears him away. It reminded me a lot of Esben the Unwilling from the Ice Cave, because Esben is just this regular dude who's being controlled by this voice from beyond. Seems like Daichi is in a similar situation. You've got this hand controlling him, and that is clearly his superior. I'm wondering if we'll see more of this in the future, because they did say that this is only the first wing of the dungeon. Who knows how many other wings there will be, who knows when they'll come out. Maybe it'll be like the Haunted Cemetery, where it's like a gauntlet. You have to go through portals to move to the next area, fight a boss at the end of each. Now the 2 UTs that Daichi drops are the Wand of the Fallen and the Kageboshi. From what I've seen, the wand is awesome, having some of the best DPS out of all of the other wands, but the Ninja Star is a little disappointing. It has much lower damage in exchange for being able to pierce through enemies. In my honest opinion, I feel like that's kind of counterintuitive to the Ninja Stars, because like a Wizard Spellbomb, I'm primarily using it on bosses, and in most dungeons you're only fighting 1 boss at a time, so being able to pierce doesn't really help me at all, especially whenever the mana cost is roughly the same. I suppose being able to pierce through enemies is cool, but I don't really see it being that useful. Definitely would prefer the wand, unless they buff it, who knows. boss. Also, I noticed that you could teleport in the dungeon, which is pretty cool. So if you don't feel like clearing the enemies or rushing as a team, you can just kick back and leech. And since the dungeon isn't really that long anyway, I'm totally fine with that. Having a rogue rush to the boss and everybody teleport is kind of a staple of the game anyway, so. Oh, and thank you, Deca, for not making this another chest boss. You damage the boss, kill him, and your bag drops. You don't have to worry about there being some chest and then it's invulnerable for a period of time so that everybody can gather around and you hit it twice to get soulbound. After Shatters was released, so many other dungeons would use this. Belladonna's, Draconis, both Puppet Masters. It was getting overused. So overall, I'm very pleased with it. I don't think that it's as crazy or grand as I was hoping in my mind, but then again, it's not really finished. This is only the first wing of who knows how many. So I anxiously await the rest of this dungeon and whatever content Deca has in store for us. So that's what I have to say. Let me know what you think about the update down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to check out the next episode whenever I post it, which will probably be soon. Alright. See ya.